So right now, I'm really wishing I had that suit coat just to match this review. I'm okay with what I have right now. I really am. I like what I'm wearing. But man, how am I going to measure up to this? The Christmas album is The Christmas Album, released by Leslie Odom Jr., and we're going to talk about that here on Y.E.S. If you're not familiar with Leslie Odom Jr. for singing in general, for any albums out there, you may be more familiar with his recent work with the musical Hamilton. Perhaps, I don't know, maybe you guys don't know him at all. I wasn't totally familiar with his name, but his name did pop up for people who have released Christmas albums in 2020. I thought I would check it out, and I am very happy. Very happy I listened to this one. I actually thought about delaying this one till it was closer to Christmas, but I thought, no, I need to review this now so you can all listen to it as soon as possible. When it comes to new releases regarding Christmas music, it's tricky. It really is, because people are always going to fall back on the Christmas classics, whether it's Sinatra or Bing Crosby or Perry Como. There's a lot of those guys out there who just have stapled it as their own. And we all know that other people can cover it, and that's cool. But there's very few people where they present a totally different approach, or at least introduce new Christmas songs to us, where we can be like, all right, well, I can make that part of my playlist now. This one, Leslie Odom Jr. decides, I'm going to take a couple of aspects, a couple of style things that we can do now, and I'm going to see if this sticks. And I personally think it works great. I'm going to start off with the very first two songs. The song Snow. This year the present is my present, yeah, Christmas spirit in the air. A good original Christmas song that sticks with this kind of synth style. I don't think it's overdoing it. There are times where I think it may need to be stronger, but for the rest of the tone that this album is going for, I think it actually gives off the right start. And keeping in with that synth style, he has his own rendition of Last Christmas. This is so funny because I used to not like Last Christmas that much, and now I really love it, and thankfully he does a good job at this song as well. His cover of Little Drummer Boy is great with the, I hope I pronounced this right, Mzansi Youth Choir. I feel like I probably didn't, but it is what it is. He covers the song Winter Song, which originally was written by Sarah Bareilles and Ingrid Michaelson. Does a pretty good job, which also he has featured Cynthia Erivo here. Originally, the beginning I feel like was a little too slow or too simple, one of those two, but it definitely picks up. I think it's definitely a good addition to this album. Then, right after that, we get his rendition of It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. It's the holly that will be on your own front. This is like a jazz club cover. And it's like the kind of cover where, imagine that you're kind of at like a work party. Like a really nice, formal work party. And you're in a venue where you have a great, nice stage with tons of dinner tables, but you also have a little opening to an outdoor venue. Yeah, some outdoor tables, some indoor tables, but you get that classy jazz club, not too uptight kind of feel, just right. It's such a breath of fresh air compared to all the original Christmas classic versions of this song. I think that this was very much needed in order to shake things up, and I would definitely put this on a Christmas playlist if I was hosting a party. Following that is Oh Holy Night. I'm glad that he decided the approach he took with this one. It's got like a simpler piano and strings take to it. He doesn't try to make it so gloriously grandiose. He tries to allow it to just be appreciated. Don't get me wrong. There are definitely moments and renditions that are worthwhile for the grandioseness this song deserves. but I feel like so many other people attempt that and don't nail the landing. So his approach here, I think, is well received. Now with his wife, Nicolette Robinson, they have their rendition of the Jewish song, Maut Tzur. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but it is indeed beautiful. And, you know, interestingly enough, it is very appropriate for this time. I don't see any issue with including a Jewish song in this album or just having it during the holiday season because of what it says. If you read the translation, it actually fits the season very well. Then he decides to collaborate with a few other artists in order to bring his rendition of Male Kaliki Maka. Oh, there's so many people who should be trying to cover this song. I'm glad that not too many are, but I can see a lot of other people trying, and I love the idea that people still love and remember this song. Hawaii can celebrate Christmas too, remember that. Then we get his rendition of Auld Lang Syne. It's an acoustic, outdoorsy vibe that I think would just totally bring everything together. Its simpleness is so heartwarming, and it makes me think, thank you. There is hope for the year ending and for a new beginning. I think it really, really pays off. The very last song is titled Heaven and Earth, and this is not a bad song, but in the album, I personally think it's my least favorite song. No particular reason. I think that a lot of other people would really like this song. I just don't personally connect with it all that much. But that could change. Maybe listening to it more often. Who knows? But, you know, snow, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Auld Lang Syne. Oh man, such great new takes. They're fresh takes on these songs, and it just mixes up what you expect from a Christmas album. This is another one of those albums where I do not feel like it overflowingly overpowers the expectation you take, but I do feel like it fills a void or an ambiance that you didn't think that you needed for this type of music. I think that this kind of really brilliantly ideated kind of work Christmas party vibe that isn't from the whole album, but I feel like it could all work from the album. So yeah, if I got a new setting, I'm going to bring this CD and play it for that setting, or just, you know, play it at home because I really love and respect the takes that he took with these songs. So after having listened and reviewed this album, I'm going to give production an A+, creativity an A, expression on lyrics an A, and this album is going to get
yes! 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 Yes!
Another one of those situations where I easily could have just thought, okay, you know, whatever, it looks kind of interesting. No. This is what I needed from a Christmas album this year. And there's still plenty to come for just talking about Christmas albums, but I really wanted you to get this one because I think it's that great. I think it's that well needed right now for the type of ambiance we should be having for our Christmas moods or gatherings. So whatever it is you're doing today, make sure that you put this one on, stream it, listen to it, buy it, whatever you do, give it a shot. Please, please, please. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me and my social media links down in the description below. As well, leave a like for the video as well as a comment down below if you want to engage with me. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.
We'll take a couple of